Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, this past week, we set up and had our incredible yard sale, and there are some pictures of some of it. And we raised a total of, as of right now, $5,300. Now, if you are one of the people that showed up all week to unload boxes and put stuff away and hang stuff up, or if you stayed after last Sunday and got it all set up, or you were our heroes and showed up yesterday to put everything away, please stand up. All right, stay standing. Stay standing. Everybody stay standing. Okay. If you gave money for food, or if you prepared food for our volunteers, please stand up. If you brought treasures, if you brought some of the things in for us to sell, please stand up. Okay, now look around. We did this. We did this. All of us did this. That $5,300, we did this because we are Unity of Springfield, and if we can see it and we believe it, we can do anything we put our minds to. This is amazing. I can't even begin to thank you guys for all of the hard work. There was so much hard work that went into this. And Lisa, my co-conspirator for all of this, I mean, she was the first one here and the last one to leave all week long, and I couldn't have done it without you, so thank you.
Good morning. It's so good to see so many shining faces, smiling faces in the sanctuary today. We also welcome all of you that are home watching us on live stream. We're so glad you're with us this morning. If you're here for the first time, or you've only been coming a short time and you have questions about Unity and maybe all the activities we do here and what we believe, see Mary after the service. She has a mug and a packet of information, and she can answer questions you might have. So please stop by and see her after the service. And now we are putting forms in the back of the chairs that we would love for you to fill out if you're new. You get one with the packet, but we find some people do leave without giving us that, and we like to know you were here. We will not be calling you or pounding on your door. Mary is back there, like I said, with the informational packet. Would you please check in on Facebook, tell everybody where you are, and then shut that phone down. Please. These beautiful flowers today are provided by Simone Cook in honor of Sue. And here is what Simone had to say. Sue, my friend, spiritual leader for so many years, thank you for bringing the positive messages and light to our lives for all these years. I love you, friend. Please join me in the mission statement. The words are up on the screen. Our mission is to encourage and inspire spiritual and personal growth by empowering each other to be authentically all that we came here to be. Let's speak today's affirmation for the daily word together. I bless the earth by treating it with love and respect. The earth is alive with divine energy and life. I am proud to be a caretaker of this sacred planet. I am in awe of the earth's bounty and beauty. I gaze at blue skies and the oceans with wonder, at all the life they support. From the mountains and valleys to the plains, plant life and animal life and minerals are all part of the interconnected web of life. With love and appreciation, I bless the earth and all its inhabitants and dedicate myself to its future. I join with people around the world as keepers of the planet, responsible for maintaining its sustainability and improving its viability. I do my part to be a good steward of its resources. We are one, the planet and its inhabitants. My prayer of grateful thanks blesses the earth. The scripture for today is Genesis 1:31. Will you please join me? God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. And let's repeat the affirmation. To bless the earth by treating it with love and respect. As Sue rings the prayer bowl, please hold the following people in prayer for their highest good: Jim, G, Steve, Carolyn, Peggy, Ron, Robert, Bob, Joel and Michelle, Gage, Shina, Mitchell, Rita, Jenny Ann, Brittany, Luby, Samantha, Osea, and anyone that you would like to bring into your prayers. Let us sing our thoughts or prayers. As the sounds and the vibrations coming from our prayer bowl fill the sanctuary, allow them to be absorbed into your bodies, mind, and soul. Become aware of the Christ presence that dwells in each and every one of us. Take a deep breath in, visualizing your connection with Spirit. Exhale and send and receive hope, peace, and love to all people around you, reaching out to every person on this earth. Center your mind in this very room as we begin to relax our minds and bodies, centering for prayer and meditation. Beginning at the crown of your head, release tension in your mind and body. Relax. Follow your focus to your forehead, eyes, ears, lips, tongue, and jaw. Breathe. Follow your attention to your neck and shoulders, down through your arms, wrists, fingers, intentionally relaxing as you go. Move down through your spine and lower back, your thighs, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Remind yourself to relax and let go. Breathe. We affirm the highest and best for the names on the prayer list, for healing and prosperity, guidance, safety, and peace of mind. We embrace these prayers for ourselves, our families, our friends, and out to every person. We share our love, strength, and support with all who have recently been affected by spring storms. We surround the world and our country, our personal friends and family with love and light. We support diversity, equity, and inclusion for all. We support peace and harmony in the Middle East, Ukraine, Africa, Asia, and South America. We visualize food, health care, and shelter for those in need here and around the world. We visualize basic needs met, inner peace and happiness for all. We bless those who have been ravaged by tornadoes and flooding. May they receive any and all the help that will help them return to a normality of life. We remain calm, peaceful, and loving, leading to justice, fairness, and security in our country. We forgive those we believe have transgressed against us, knowingly or unknowingly. We forgive ourselves for any regrets of our own. We clear any blocks to our well-being, our minds, or to the flow of love and prosperity for ourselves, to our families, and anyone or thing that we may hold in judgment or resentment. We are assured by the words of Jesus that we are loved. We are whole, perfect, and complete, just as we are. We choose to love ourselves and know that every one of us is worthy of all good. We choose to bless others with our love and our light as we spread gratitude for life, health, abundance, loving relationships, harmony, and inner peace. We choose to contribute from a loving heart to a consciousness of global awareness. With love and appreciation, we bless the earth and all its inhabitants and dedicate ourselves to its future. We join with people around the world as keepers of the planet, responsible for maintaining its sustainability and improving its viability. Our prayer of grateful thanks blesses the earth. We ask ourselves, how may I serve to love and improve the earth in the silence?
I do want to say thank you so much. These flowers that you guys are giving me are just blessing me so much. And I was thinking, you know, Paul's going to have a lot to keep up with after I retire. I'm already used to getting flowers every week now. But thank you. It just, we have a lot of dandelions. We have dandelions, that's true. And I love them. So good morning, Unity. Those of you who are here, it's just so good to see everybody. Those of you who are online, I'm so grateful that you can join us in this way. Today I'm going to talk about a call to responsibility that should transcend our political and our denominational views. What I'm talking about today is our divine calling as caretakers of this magnificent planet, our common home, this that we call Mother Earth. And I want to say, though, that this is not just about an environmental issue. It's a profound justice issue as well, my friends, because those suffering first and worst from our environmental negligence are the poor and the vulnerable, the very people that Scripture has called us to and that our elder brother Jesus called us to love and to protect. I was reading that when farmlands turn to desert and fishing grounds collapse, it's not the wealthy who starve. When hurricanes and fires devastate communities, it's not the powerful who become refugees. The thing is that our failure of action actually becomes a failure of compassion, a betrayal of our call to love and care for all of our neighbors. So I wanted to do some research, and so I Googled, what is the spiritual perspective of taking care of Mother Earth? Because for me, this is definitely a spiritual journey for us. I mean, we would not be here if it wasn't for this amazing planet that, in the beginning, God created all of this and called it all good, right? And so this beautiful planet that we live on it's a living, breathing entity. And it's really something for us to wake up to and to be more honoring and respectful of on a daily basis. So it says at its core, the spiritual approach to ecological care recognizes Earth not as an inert collection of resources to be exploited. What? Oh my gosh, that certainly has been happening for years and years and years, but as a living system in which we share a deep familial bond. Mother Earth gives us our very existence, right? Yes. We are made of her elements, we are sustained by her systems, and fundamentally we are inseparable from her web of life. And at its core, our bodies, our civilizations, and our futures, they're all gifts that flow from the generosity of our amazing planet. This is from what I Googled. But I love this. Indigenous traditions of the world view the earth as a sacred being. It's such a beautiful connection. That's why I'm so happy you guys did this song today, because it brought that Native American indigenous aspect to us here at Unity. They see it as a literal being, the source of life, of nourishment, and of wisdom. The Andean concept of Pachamama, which is Mother Earth, the Native American Mother Earth teachings, and many African traditional beliefs share this understanding of Earth as a conscious, living entity, deserving of our respect and reciprocity. And in these traditions, human beings are not seen as separate or superior to the planet. We kind of take that on many times, but we are one strand in the interconnected web of life. And in many ways, as this strand of human beings, we have shown a lot of disrespect to our planet and to our environment. And we are literally reaping I don't want to say rewards of that right now, but we are experiencing many things on our planet because of us, because of human beings. And you know how I know that's true? Because of what happened in 2020 when COVID hit and when human beings were no longer out there doing what we did for so long, and the things that changed dramatically on our planet just in that period of time. And I'm not going to go through those things right now, but I invite you to Google that and to see how our planet started to heal on its own, because we weren't out there doing the things to it that we normally did. It should really wake us up. Today we're dealing with air pollution, water pollution, soil contamination, which leads to biodiversity loss, climate system disruption. All of this comes back to bite us in ways of health. There's health consequences to it. There are economic costs, social justice issues, not to mention long-term planetary issues. Now, George Carlin, I watched this episode and he talked about the Earth, and he said, the planet is 4.5 billion years old. The planet has been through cataclysmic things over and over again in its 4.5 billion years. So he said, the planet isn't going anywhere, but we are. And he said, when the planet is taken enough of us, it's going to just be like a dog and it's going to shake us off like fleas. And I just got so tickled when I watched that because I was like, wow, it's kind of true, isn't it? I am so proud of our spiritual community. I'm so proud of our spiritual community in many, many ways, but I am so proud of our spiritual community and Lisa Landrigan. And Lisa doesn't like us to point her out, but Lisa is the organizing mastermind. And we are getting ready to honor Earth Day with our 8th annual celebration this coming weekend of what we call Planet Unity. Our mission is to create a connection with our community by raising awareness of the importance of the environment through education, music, and fun. And we are excited as we are going into this week. Last year was our most well-attended event. We had over 1,000 people that came from the community to us, and we anticipate that there's going to be more this year. And just raising that awareness and raising that awareness for ourselves. So I'm going to tell you that this year's Earth Day theme is Our Planet, Our Power. And we are coming up on the 55th annual celebration of Earth Day. So just to tell you a little bit, Earth Day originated on April 27th, 1970, and it was a call to be conscious to the environmental movement, and it was a response to the destruction that we were seeing in the environment. And over 20 million people participated on that first Earth Day event. Today, Earth Day is celebrated by over 1 billion people annually across 190 plus countries. Isn't that awesome? It makes me have goosebumps, like to know the consciousness that's rising with this. On that first Earth Day event, many good things happened. The Endangered Species Act, the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, dozens of other legislation was passed. And imagine where we would be if we hadn't started that way back then. And we just pray that all of these things stay because they're so important for our planet. You and I, we have the power to be a blessing to this planet. We have co-created this environmental crisis, and guess what? We have the imagination, we have the genius, we have the skill, we have the ability to recreate it. Leo Tolstoy said, "One of the first conditions of happiness is that the link between man and nature shall not be broken." The fact is that we wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for the ecosystem that supports us, that supports life and self. So let me just give you a little definition of the ecosystem. It includes all living things, plants, animals, and organisms in any given area interacting with each other and with their non-living environments, weather, earth, sun, soil, climate, and atmosphere. And these are things probably most of us don't daily look at, but it's amazing how everything works together. Jane Goodall said, "You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of a difference that you want to make." How many of us are familiar with David Attenborough? Oh my gosh, if you have not watched any of David Attenborough's things, I encourage you to. He has the blue planet, the green planet, the living planet. It is fascinating. Every time we watch those, we're just like in awe of how everything works together, and it's amazing. But he said, "I don't think whole populations are villainous, but Americans are just unextraordinarily aware of all kinds of things. If you live in the middle of that vast continent with apparently everything your heart could wish for just because you were born there, then why worry? If people lose knowledge, sympathy, and understanding of the natural world, they're going to mistreat it and will not ask their politicians to care for it." And over the past century, human activity has brought about unprecedented changes to our planet, resulting in widespread environmental degradation and ecological decline. From rapid industrialization and urbanization to unsustainable agricultural practices and the burning of fossil fuels, a myriad of factors have contributed to damaging our planet and exacerbating pressing environmental issues such as climate change, deforestation, pollution, and loss of diversity. And in so many ways, this hasn't been a conscious thing. And that's part of the problem, I think. Many times we make a decision on something, but we don't look ahead and go, hey, I wonder what the consequences of that's going to be down the road. We just haven't thought about that. And plastic is a perfect example of that. We just didn't think way back then the effects on plastic, long term. But we have to wake up, my friends, and become aware of what we are doing to our planet. And we must make some different choices. And we must let our politicians know what it is that we want. Now, Jesus didn't talk about taking care of the planet because he didn't have to. But Jesus loved the natural world, and he often talked about nature and the natural world and used them as teaching examples. He talked about the lilies of the field and the mustard seed and the ears of corn and the birds of the air and the fig trees. His teachings included references to nature that emphasized themes of growth and abundance and trust and simplicity and beginnings and endings and our spiritual union with God. And his teachings invite us to contemplate the beauty and wisdom of the natural world, recognizing the divine presence within all of creation. I think about this, whether it's in the things that we're seeing that are growing now, whether it's in the animals, whether it's in each other, like how often do we really stop and recognize, this is a divine creation, this is an emanation, this is a manifestation of God. This little squirrel that's running around and creating havoc maybe in your backyard, or the beautiful flowers that are coming up now. How often do we stop and really recognize and take in the miracle of all of it? I mean, it is miraculous, isn't it? It floors me. Every year, I'm going to be 68 years old this year. And every year, it's like a surprise that, the flowers are coming up again. Just right where we planted them. And they're coming. Look at that. Here they are. It's miraculous. It's awe-inspiring, isn't it? Don't you love things that make you feel that awe-inspiring feeling? It's all around us. It's all around us. Have you ever gone out on a night sky where there aren't city lights and you see you're like, whoa, look at the stars over here on this sky. They aren't over on my sky. They're everywhere. But it's just awesome. I love that. Okay, so I guarantee you that if Jesus was alive today, he would be talking about our planet and about us taking care of it. David Attenborough again said, "The fact is that no species has ever had such wholesale control over everything on earth, living or dead, as we now have. That lays upon us, whether we like it or not, an awesome responsibility, because in our hands now lies not only our own future, but that of all other living creatures with whom we share the earth." And he says we are at a unique stage in our history. Never before have we had such an awareness of what we are doing to the planet, and never before have we had the power to do something about that. Surely we all have a responsibility to care for our blue planet, the future of humanity, and indeed all life on earth now depends on it. How many of us have kids? How many of us have grandkids? Nieces, nephews, great nieces, nephews. What we do today is going to have an effect for them. And I know how you feel about your kids and your grandkids and your nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews. Like, we will do anything for them. We love them that much. And this is something that we are called upon to do for them, for the future for them. So I looked up, what does Mother Earth give to us? What does she give to us? How about essential life support? The air, the atmosphere that provides oxygen for every breath that we take. Water, we have fresh drinking water. Food, we have fertile soil that grows our food, that supports pollinators and nurtures entire food webs. The climate regulation, forests and oceans and other ecosystems that stabilize weather patterns and regulate temperatures. She gives us material and resources, building materials to build for shelter, fibers for clothing and textiles, medicines. Our earth is filled with natural medicines, but not only just natural medicines, my friends, but thousands of healing plants and compounds that form the basis for traditional and modern medicine. We always say God works through all of it. I've always said, because there's been this kind of don't go the traditional way. Well, go whatever way your inner spirit guides you, because God works through traditional medicine just as God works through natural medicine as well. It gives us beauty and inspiration, the natural beauty of the mountains and the oceans and the forests and deserts that inspire awe. Anybody ever been to the mountains, the oceans, the deserts? And were you like, nothing? Look at that, I've seen that all before. No, you're like, oh my gosh. I mean, the beauty of that, the biodiversity, the rich tapestry of millions of species. And again, watch David Attenborough if you really want to expand your awareness of that. Seasonal rhythms. I love the 4 seasons. I love that we have these seasonal rhythms. Peace and stillness, natural settings that offer respite from human-made environments. When we go to Dauphin Island every year, generally either on the way there or on the way back, we stop at this place called the Natchez Trail. It's 444 miles of just nature over 3 states. And it's where the Native Americans walked and Europeans walked, just all kinds of people walk this Natchez Trail. The cool thing about it is that there's nothing bigger than a pickup truck that's allowed on this. There's no businesses, there's no houses, there's no industry. So for 444 miles, it's just this peaceful, beautiful environment. And I remember the first time, Paul was so excited about going. I'm like, oh, okay, you know how when you don't know, you're like, oh, what's the big deal? Oh my gosh. When we got off of the Natchez Trace and got back onto the highway and that contrast, it was like, wow, totally amazing experience. She also gives us spiritual connection. There are sacred spaces all around our planet that are considered to be very spiritual places. And she gives us a sense of belonging, that feeling of connection to something larger than ourselves. And then let's talk about the psychological benefit, and really that is kind of what I was talking about. But when we get into these natural settings, our cortisol levels drop. Does anybody feel that they may deal with high cortisol levels because of stress? Did you know that high cortisol levels are not good for your body? So when we get out into nature, I mean, even just going out in our backyard, we'll just go out there and sit for hours, and it's just like, get out there and just be, I know there's the whole concept of earthing, where you go out there and you go in your bare feet and you just allow the energy from the planet. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, so how can we then radically love our planet? What am I asking us to consider? Well, as our bodies are created to heal, so is our earth. But just as with our bodies, we can't continuously put things into it that we know are going to harm it and expect it to be healthy. We cannot continuously put things into our earth and into our environment and expect it to be healthy. So I'm going to invite you, choose 1 or 2. If you're already doing something, maybe add something else. According to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation and the World Economic Forum in a report called The New Plastics Economy, if we don't act now, by the year 2050, it's 25 years, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. We already have an issue with plastic in the ocean, yes? Okay, so here's some things to do. Refuse the plastic straw. Just refuse it. We always just say, no, thank you, I know if you're a germaphobe like my daughter, you're not going to do that. That's okay. Do what you can. We use over 500 million plastic straws in America every day. Every day. That's enough disposable straws to fill 46,400 large school buses, just to get a concept of that. And a significant portion of those end up on our beaches and they end up in our oceans. And we just want to encourage you to stop using plastic straws. We use paper straws, we use metal straws. Refuse plastic bags at the grocery store. The world uses over 500 billion plastic bags every year. And the solution is easy. Buy reusable bags. Thank you to Steve Kittle and to Paul Day for sponsoring these. Yes. And so the cool thing about this is that this little thing folds up in here like this. And thank you to Simone for ordering them, because she ordered them for us. And then they become this little thing that you can throw in your bag. And guys, I know you don't have a bag, but how cute will you be when you're out there with your little strawberry walking around in the store? Come on. One of the things we did give these away at our yard sale. We are going to give them away at Planet Unity. But if you do $5 worth of the raffle today, you get one for free too. But it's a great way to get our name out there too. But buy reusable bags. Here's the thing about reusable bags. Remember to take them in the store with you. And that's why that is so nice, because for those of us who carry bags, we can put them in there. But remember to take them in the store with you. Water bottles. Estimated globally, we use approximately 500 billion water bottles per year. And if you do use water bottles, because here's the thing, I don't want to set up guilt here. And don't set up guilt with other people. Don't tell them, oh, you need to be recycling, you need to be, no, it's up, you do what is yours to do, but reuse. If you do buy plastic water bottles, reuse them, refill them again and again. You can clean out plastic baggies and reuse them. My husband loves to do this. This is not something that I love to do, but I do it, or I let them sit there until he does them. Reuse plastic containers, your cottage cheese containers, sour cream, things like that. Donate your clothing, donate plastic toys instead of throwing them away. And that was so wonderful for everybody who donated. And purchase used items instead of new items. We don't always have to have new. Recycle. There's a recycling center just down the street here, and it's easy to recycle. You just have to make the commitment to do it. Tie your plastic bag in knots. If you do throw them away, and cut those plastic things on soda cans or beer things, cut those. And then remove. This is something that we can all be a part of. Be a part of the team that cleans up the streams and the rivers and the places around us. Plant a tree. We all know the benefit of trees. Donate to an environmental cause. Clean up the neighborhood. I love when I see people out cleaning up. Plant wildflowers. Plant pollinators. This is a great way to help bring our ecosystem back. Grab some energy-saving light bulbs. I want to tell you that here at Unity of Springfield, we have been working for years to lower our footprint. We have LED lights. We only use real coffee cups now. We do ask that if you use a coffee cup that you please wash it and dry it. We don't use any plasticware, whether it's plates or silverware. We put insulation in this peak. We have programmable thermostats. We have recycling containers in the fellowship hall, and I love Linda Kittle is a masterful person on recycling, and she did a recycling thing for us one day, and I just loved it because she said, when you just throw stuff away, she goes, I like to call it, you're just throwing stuff in God's backyard. Oh, do I want to put that in God's backyard? It just really changed everything for me. Like, oh, where am I putting this? We recycle paper. We have a water cooler. So we've been really trying to do our part. Here's the thing. Our main job, my friends, is to love this planet. That's our job, is to love this planet and to respect her, because she's keeping us alive and keeping everything else alive. We'd love it first by appreciating it and blessing it and sending it love, but here's the thing, when we do that, we're going to be guided to what is ours to do, to what is the next step for me to take in order to feel like I'm doing something to really help keep this planet healthy and alive. We don't want to focus so much on what's going wrong. We want to focus on how we can heal and how we can make things right. And the next thing I'm going to encourage you to do is to join us this weekend. This coming weekend is Planet Unity. And we have so many amazing things that are happening with Planet Unity. And I know some of this is going to be the announcements, but I want to invite you to come Friday night. I would love it if we had this many people on a Friday night. We have the Blues Society of the Ozarks coming and playing right here on this stage for like 2.5 hours. If they play just awesome music. We're going to have food for sale that night. And just come and bring a chair and come out here and enjoy this music and this time together. On Saturday, oh my gosh, we have so many things going on. We have live music all day, and we have speakers, and we have vendors, and we have amazing food. And so we really would love for you, and here's and the kids there. Yes, we have so many cool things happening for our kids this year. So we're really excited about all of it. I do want to ask you if you will go to the Unity of Springfield Facebook page and share this event so that more people in our community can know about it. And then, of course, we are going to ask for volunteers during our announcements, so get ready to raise your hand during the announcements. I want to close today with a poem by our beloved Mr. Don Fredrickson, and it's called Dear Mother Earth. May all on the earth Yea, all who give birth and their families appreciate all the blessings you offer them and acknowledge and reciprocate. Your rocks and trees and gentle breeze, your mountains and restless sea, sustained us and maintained us throughout all history. We honor you for all you give toward humans' treasured survival. We recognize this gift from God since man's first arrival. Appreciation is not a hollow thing, nor devoid of stewardship of your natural resources and our mutual relationship. May we use what we need and not exceed your recycling resources, provided that we might succeed multiplying our recourses. We revel in our earthly lives and marvel at your beauty. To love and tread upon your soil, it is a privilege, not a duty. Thank you, John Fredericks. So join us this weekend and just go out there and enjoy this magnificent Mother Earth this week. Just be extra, extra loving and kind to her. And I say to you, namaste, namaste. Woo, we are Unity of Springfield. All right. So now as our ushers are getting ready to come forward, and our band, and we have this opportunity to be in the flow, to continue to see what has happened this week with raising $5,000, to continue to see this financial abundance flowing into and through Unity of Springfield. We gather together in that consciousness, knowing that God is our source, and we are grateful for that. There are many ways that you can give. Through your bank, which I love to do that. It costs nothing to do that. Through Tithely right now, Venmo, PayPal, and through our website or cash or check. So let's take our gift in our hand. And I want to encourage online too, please give as you receive. Let's take our gifts in our hands and bless it together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And thank you, God.
20th, there will not be an adult education class at 9:15 a.m. We are, as mentioned, selling 50/50 raffle tickets. The cost is $1 per ticket or 6 tickets for $5. What a deal. The winner will be drawn during Planet Unity. You do not need to be there to win. Lisa will be selling tickets after the service. Now, over 3,000 eggs were stuffed for the Planet Unity Egg Hunt. Woo, that's a huge amount. Well done. Thank you to everyone. The kids area will also have other activities and crafts for Planet Unity. They are needing more volunteer support. And if you would like to help out for an hour or two in the kids area during Planet Unity, please sign up in the foyer. There will also be some signups going on here in just a minute. The last Planet Unity meeting is today, right after the service. And their biggest need right now is more volunteers. I'm volunteering, my wife's volunteering, my kid coming home from college is volunteering, my son is volunteering. Our family will be here serving this church. Please consider coming for an hour or two and helping. We also need cookies and we need cupcakes dropped off Friday for the bake sale. And Sue says,
we are giving you the opportunity right now to raise your hand and to sign up as a volunteer or to bring cookies and cupcakes. So raise your hands.
yes, now listen, if we believed in heaven, this would be where you get the crowns and your jewels in your crown. But Jesus taught us that service is the true jewels that you get. And we make heaven right here on earth.
Wait,
These
Lisa
are the jewels in
needs
our crown.
separation. Lisa needs separation. If you need cupcakes,
Okay, so cupcakes or cookies first? Or doing something? Okay, cupcakes and cookies, raise your hand.
And everybody else raise your foot.
No.
That's how we'll know. See, thank you. So, in lieu of Dead Space, Simone, why don't you come on up here?
And now who volunteer on Saturday? Who can help on Saturday?
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, everyone.
Good morning. Okay, Sue, I've got, before I start this, you said, you know, when you go out to the west or somewhere, you don't go, when Bianca was little, my sister, we went out, drove to Utah, all the way out, and she looked and she goes, we came out here for just rocks. There you go, there are those people. So, and water bottles, if you do use them, guys, the Council of Churches recycles them with a lid on it. You just take them by the bags and donate them there. They refill them with clothing detergent and give them out. So there's an idea. Okay, now the reason I'm here, it is time for our spring boutique. So that will be Friday night, April 25th, and then Saturday morning, April 26th. Friday night, 5 to 7:30. It is one of those where I enjoy that so much. Dee and I started this years ago because our closets kept filling up, and we go thinking we've got to go through our closets. So this forces us twice a year to do that. So anyway, spring and summer clothing, and by the way, you find cool this, right? So it's fun stuff. I always say, if you won't buy it in a store, do not donate it. It's higher and it's clean. It's got to be clean. It can't be broken. Women's clothing, accessories, and like jewelry, purses, shoes. Again, make sure the shoes are in good condition. And spring and summer. No fall, no winter. That'll come in the fall. So in a Friday night, we'll have some appetizers, some beverages, and it's become a social event for people, Friday night. Saturday morning is all the people stop in on garage sales and stuff like that, or for you that can't make it on Friday night. But it's a fun event. We have lots of fun. Again, you know, on Facebook, I read this where, word about the tariffs and all that, buy secondhand. There are no tariffs on secondhand stuff. And we're helping Mother Earth because we're recycling. So let's do that. I do need some help. Friday the 25th at 1 o'clock, we're going to be doing the setup on it. I need people to bring in their stuff. You can start bringing it in, and we'll keep it here. And then Saturday at noon on the 26th, I need people to clean up. This cleans up really fast and sets up really fast. We don't price anything. Everything's by donation. So it's a fun event. Bring your friends, bring your family, and if you have any questions, please call me. Thank you.
Thank you, Simone. It's nice. Remember, boutique. Nobody wants your annual 22nd Turkey Trot t-shirt, okay? Boutique. So May the 4th, right after the service, we will have our Friendship Sunday potluck and quarterly town hall meeting. Please sign up in the foyer with what food you plan to bring. And once again, do not bring the pitchforks and the torches. We are not going after the Unitarians again, okay? Those are good folk. Be civil. And everyone is invited to join us for Sue's retirement party on May the 10th from 4 to 7 p.m. This will be a come and go event, but please sign up and RSVP in the foyer. All right, if you would stand and join us in our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.